On today's show, we're at Mardi Gras in Universal Studios. Why in May? Why not? Welcome to the Enjoy the Journey Travel Show. Oh my God, who do I have with me?
Hello.
Skip
Who
Share.
dat? Who dat?
Welcome to the Enjoy the Journey Luxury Travel Show live from Universal Studios on Mardi Gras. We're doing a mobile show today using my sophisticated software. And cross your fingers, folks. You're in for a hell of a ride. Skip's going to join us because he is the Mardi Gras master. As always, I'm your host, David Hartman, owner of Fantastic Endeavors Travel Agency. And I'm here to talk about Mardi Gras because some festivals just never end. Disney World and Universal have decided to make these festivals last forever, and that is no problem. Me, Skip, welcome aboard. Good to have you here. Skip's going to come on for a few minutes. We're going to talk about it because he is indeed the Mardi Gras master, as I'll put his title up right here.
Look at that. I love
He's the
that.
Mardi Gras master because he actually turned me on to something I did today, which was the lanyard. You must get the lanyard, which producer Bonnie right here has told me are good. Even though it expires today, it's good for future festivals. Skip, did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Anytime. Actually, they're good anytime. Yeah, anytime
right.
for food and beverage.
Yeah, that's great. That's a great deal. I think it's $55 if you're just a regular person. If you're an annual pass holder, it's $65. Plus, they give you an extra 10 little spots. So the way it works is, I base it on like points. And so, like a beer is a point, or etouffee is a point, giant pretzel is a point. So, as you and I were discussing earlier, you don't want to waste your points on a $5 item. You want to go for the big ones, the most expensive ones, because it doesn't matter what the cost is. It's just per item.
Exactly. And Skip, you taught me about this. And so kind of set the layout here. We are Universal Studios. We are in this section by the ET ride, which is a classic ride that I love very much. We just rode it.
Me too.
Using our express pass. I'm staying in a luxury resort here, the Portofino Bay Resort. So I have a limited express and rides all day long. I am right across in the Belgian booth and drinking their fine liqueurs, $9 9-ounce beers, and trust me, they're worth it. But it's all part of my lanyard. I paid $65 for 15 items because I am now an annual pass holder. I drank the Kool-Aid, Skip, an annual pass holder. The normal price is $55 for 10 items each.
Right.
And for 10 extra more dollars, which is like basically is $2 per item.
Yeah.
And trust me, like we're gonna show a video after you're off about the New Orleans with the seafood boil. That item alone is $13. So that alone right there, you get your money back. We got our money back in the first 5 items. So we have we have 8 more to go a person. We're gonna hit it hard afterwards. We're gonna tell people about Mardi Gras, and if time, we're gonna compare this to Epcot Flower and Garden Festival because that's where we've been the past few days, and we were also with you in March. Also, another great festival here in Orlando.
Yeah, that's right. And they have they normally have parades and stuff, but due to COVID, they put the floats in locations and they're stationary, and they have people standing on them and throwing beads and so forth. It's a lot of fun. Did you catch any beads? Did you pay for those beads or did you catch them?
Hey, I earned them, buddy. I earned them. I earned the beads.
You didn't have to take your shirt off, did you?
Actually, we had. You're right, because normally the difference here at Universal Studios here, and by the way, Mardi Gras has been going on for a number of years here. The difference is, I actually pictured my guy's shirt I'll post on social media later. It was like January till March 28th.
Right.
But they extended it like a month, and they extended it to May. But then I am here because it's the last day of Mardi Gras, and I wanted to see what it was all about. And I haven't been here, and I love Mardi Gras New Orleans. I love anything about New Orleans food. I love Cajun Creole food.
Right.
And I got to tell you so far that the food items are great. I will say, once you purchase this lanyard, you get a little bias on how much you want to spend. And some items we skip because the food becomes like $5. Okay, like France has 3-ounce wines. Not
Yeah,
interested.
no.
While if I was paying $5 a piece, I'd probably have those. So keep in mind the lanyard is going to bias your opinion of what you purchase here.
Right.
Yeah.
Germany has a nice spread. They've got some good beers there. They also have some brats, and the food there was really good.
Yeah.
They had some type of sandwich. I can't remember what kind of sandwich it was. Really delicious. But the seafood boil in New Orleans is, to me, probably the best. You can get it with or without crawfish, which I got it without. Did you get it with or without?
Oh, with. Always with crawfish. I love crawfish. I see you guys coming on board the feed, and the software I have, I can't see the comments immediately. I can't see you coming on board, but I can see your comments. So please leave a comment. Please like and share this wherever you are. It really helps me out. And subscribe to my Fantastic Neighbors YouTube channel, because that's where all the shows go. They're all archived. They get edited, cleaned up, and everything's done there. So please, if you ever miss a show, it's there. And if you join this late, watch it back on recording wherever you're watching it. So appreciate you being on. And we are at Mardi Gras in Universal Studios, Universal Orlando. Spent a couple of days at Disney, went golfing this morning, which was great. And been here all afternoon checking out these sites and been having some fine Belgian beer. Normally $9 for 9 ounces. Sounds expensive. This is a quadruple brewed beer.
Right.
It's like super high APV and whatever else in there. It is damn tasty. There's also a strawberry lambic, little lighter color beer.
Oh, look at that.
And that's in a booth right over here in Belgium. Behind me is the Canada booth. Great short rib poutine. You know what poutine is?
Right,
it is
yeah.
It is anti-low-cal, anti-gluten-free. It is what Canadians love, which is anything over fries is poutine. And this is a short rib over fries, and it's awesome. But by far, to me, Skip, and again, I've hit most booths, but the portions here are so big, we got so stuffed and started preparing for the show. We have loads of videos, so you guys stay tuned. After Skip drops off here in a few minutes, I got some videos I'm going to show you of the actual booths here and the activities here. And it's going to be pretty exciting. So we got a few more to hit, but the portions here, Skip, are pretty good.
Yeah, they do a really good job with that. And, I don't know how many people buy the lanyard. So I know that a lot of people will probably pay full price for that beer instead of getting the lanyard. But the lanyard's the way to go. And like you said, even though that today is the last day of Mardi Gras, you can use that lanyard for other things, other festivals that they're having. It's basically a gift card in a sense. But, the good thing is you're not too far from the next Mardi Gras. I mean, it's almost only, 9 months away.
I love it. One good thing that COVID is it made all the theme parks in Orlando have these festivals a lot longer year round.
Right.
For Disney, Flower and Garden, which was always like early March to maybe May 31st, now it's going to July 5th. Food and Wine Festival, which was late September to mid-September, then August 31st, is now July 15th again. Because did it last year when theme parks opened. So there's only now 10 days between all the festivals at Epcot. You gotta love it. So, and guys, later in the show, I got some videos from Epcot I took yesterday. I will be showing you a comparison because there are differences. And Skip, you're like me. You're a big fan of Disney, big fan of Universal. I will say, as I said to you before the show started, when it comes to cast member service, it doesn't exist at Universal. No. If you have a question, you better find it yourself online or in the app, because good luck asking a staff member here.
I think someone had said, and they said, Disney's run by Disney and Universal is run by a cable company. So, it's basically, think of it as, we'll be there between 4 and 9 o'clock. These are the same people that are running the theme park. But what I like about Universal is they've got more of the thrill rides, and of course Harry Potter is just amazing. They do an amazing job with Harry Potter. And if you have and if you're able to get the 2-day pass where you can go to park, the train ride from each of the parks is pretty amazing. Have you ridden that yet?
Oh, of course, yeah. We did with you last time we were here, but not this trip. Yeah, of course. I mean, my focus today is about the Mardi Gras Festival, which is only Universal Studios, not Islands of Adventure. They have 2 theme parks, a water park, the City Walk area. And this is a phenomenal product, and you don't have to be Disney exclusive or Universal exclusive. They are 2 different products. And yes, they both have strengths and weaknesses. Where Disney has the experience and the cast member service, Here it's all about, I think, a lot to do in a smaller amount of area. Definitely, with being a smaller park, it was easy to find the booths today. Where at Epcot, it takes me 2-3 trips to find out certain booths. Like I just did Sunshine Griddle yesterday. It's the best booth there. It was my third day. It was over my test track where I never go. So here it's much easier to navigate these parks because they're much smaller than the Disney park. So they all have their strengths. I mean, and then we're purposely not in the Harry Potter land tonight because that's what this show's about. This show's about Mardi Gras and about comparing the two different products up here, the Flower and Garden Festival and the Universal Festival. And I get, listen, if you got something good, you copy it. And obviously they copied Disney in a lot of ways. And Disney had a lanyard once, but they don't have it right now. And I really love the lanyard system. I love the fact that I got peace of mind right now when I go up to a booth and I can pick the highest ticket item.
Sure.
No restrictions. No restrictions. So I think that's just awesome.
Yeah, I think that's a great deal. Like you said there, Disney doesn't really have those big deals. However, I think that each of the kiosk at Disney for the festivals a little bit more quality. Wouldn't you say that it's a little bit more quality?
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
I think that's the big difference is the quality versus quantity. It's you can get a great deal with Universal. Plus, the food's good. And it is interesting. It's some of it's a little hodgepodge because some of it's like Puerto Rico and then it's not necessarily New Orleans, but they do have a New Orleans area. But they have different countries, Brazil. You get different foods. It's real nice, but it's not like I don't think it's chef inspired.
It's a good mix. It's a good mix. I mean, we walked in. We actually had drinks at the bar in City Walk. It was so cool. That's what we got lanyard. Some bartender Rose, shout out to her. She was great. We had a big crowd behind us. She's like, they can wait. We're hooking you guys up. And they had a great smoky beer out there, German wheat beer. Oh, my God, it was so crazy good. And keep in mind that if you need to activate a season pass or have an issue with your tickets, there's a little guest services by Cold Stone Creamery right by the escalator coming out from the parking lot in City Walk. Don't go on the theme parks. And most ticket issues can be resolved by any ticket desk because that's where Universal kind of lacks a little bit is that their guest service that we experienced in January can take forever sometimes. And one kiosk open with 100 people waiting.
I used that one you're talking about there last time I was there, and it was very quick service, and they were a lot more friendly. Look at that beer. Look at that delicious. He's rubbing it in our faces, people.
Oh, my God. By the way, this is like so good. This is male or female oriented. And if you're a true like Belgian beer lover, this thing is $9 normally, but part of my lanyard package, this is worth every penny if you're a true. I mean, you see the bottle they poured from. It looks like this. It looks like an award. This bottle. It's so gorgeous. Yeah. It's an expensive beer off the shelf, so I understand what they're charging. And they have $5 beers too. Keep in mind that all these booths have cash for hire for purchases. You don't have to get the lanyard, or you can save your lanyard for the bigger ticket items. Like we bought a bottle of water with our credit card. They're not going to waste it on a lanyard item. Bonnie bought a donut. A disappointing donut. It wasn't like your son Ryan's big old donut from Voodoo. It was a cheap imitation.
Right. So have you been? And one of the things that I liked about Mardi Gras is over by New York they have the Jazz Preservation Society's gift shop. And if you haven't been, that's a really nice gift shop. I really like the way it's themed, and it's kind of a little bit of makes you feel like you're in New Orleans.
It is. I mean, there's a great job here. We had in my videos coming up, I'll show you guys what they have going on for the floats. Again, they're not doing the parades because of COVID. They'll come back next year. But we have pictures of a New Orleans band, a traditional band, Mardi Gras band, walking down the streets. So they work it up. But I got a great video coming up. You got to watch this, guys, coming up, of the Scooby-Doo Clank. We're in Scooby-Doo section right here. The Scooby-Doo, including Shaggy and Daphne, they all came out in Mardi Gras grub. Mardi Gras, they came out all dressed up to the hill. Daphne had the best necklace I've ever seen from Mardi Gras. It was incredible.
Dave, a place I would also suggest if you haven't been there yet is over by the stage. They have a Bloody Mary booth, and they have some really good Bloody Marys there.
I saw that on the map. And by the way, there is no paper at this festival. There's no booklet like Disney festivals, I will say. But the app does have everything located where you can find out where it is. You zoom in on your app and the Universal app, which is pretty good. And that's the best way to find anything, which is a disappointment to me because we're used to the Epcot way. But once you get used to it, it's fine. Again, this is a smaller park to navigate. Universal Studios is not very big, and you can find your way around no problem. From here, we're going to go over to Harry Potter, Diagon Alley, and hit up, there's Bahamas, Cuba, Italy over that way. We're going to hit up those booths. And I think I'm going to save one more item for the end for that one last Low Country boil because you talked about it so highly.
It's fantastic. They make it right in front of you.
Excellent. Skip, man, glad to have you on. You are the Mardi Gras master. Thank you for the tips today. Really helped me out. And thanks for providing your input to today's show.
Absolutely. Enjoy.
Take care, my friend. All right. That was Skip Shear. He's the man. All right, next up, I want to go into some videos we've done to show you some clips because we're here with this great mask behind me here in the section by E.T. and right across from the Belgian booth and Woody Woodpecker's Kid Zone. Behind us is the real kids section. We actually went the Woody Woodpecker coaster, which was interesting, and a very short coaster. It's actually one car for the whole place. Appreciate you guys being on. Any comment? Oh, I got some comments. Here we go. Oh, okay. Okay, Michelle Cooper says, you got the lanyard. Thank you, Michelle. Yes, I got the lanyard. Thank you for the tip. Skip mentioned it, but when you said it, that's solidified. I was getting the lanyard, and I got the annual pass version. For $10 extra, I got 10 more items, or 5 more items, which is worth it. And Michelle also said, yes. It is. It is. It is. And great tip. That's awesome. Yeah, Voodoo Donuts on City Walks is not my thing, big donuts, but it is so hot, and they have some. I like their maple bar was the best. Maple bar was the best. Thank you, Michelle, for coming on the show. All right. Next up, I want to show you guys some videos of what's actually going on here. First one's going to be of the New Orleans booth. And this is the marquee booth. I couldn't get a good picture of the crawfish boil per se, but I got some pictures to upload later. But I do have a picture of the booth. And this is the marquee section right across from Transformers and Mel's Drive-In. So you can't miss it. When you come here at Universal, it'll be happening again next year. Or if you have time tonight, run out and come in. It's still happening right now. So here it is, our little video this afternoon, from the New Orleans booth where they have the best deal here, which is the crawfish, shrimp boil, or the combination boil. Mardi Gras, Universal Studios. I'm your host, David Hartman. I want to show you the best booth here because we're broadcasting from a different location. Best value here is the lanyard we told you about on the show. My lanyard. And this is the New Orleans booth. What Mardi Gras is all about. A lot of activity around here. The traditional New Orleans parade come by. All the floats are spread out like over here. Right across from Mel's Diner. There's the New Orleans booth. We got Louis Armstrong. We got a Cajun chef out front. And the best value is that the shrimp and crawfish boil. I'll show you the menu. That's a big old booth. We have crawfish and shrimp boil, the beignets, and the king cake milk punch. Highly recommend it. And I had, I'll be the Purple Haze, a different booth, which is good. Everything's a good value. Show how big their kitchen is. It's the last day of Mardi Gras, as we're saying on the show. But we are just excited to be here. We'll come back next year. It's supposed to end March 28th, as we mentioned. And I want to show you a little louder area, but I'll show you this great booth. It is by far the best value here, and you have to check it out. Because there is no Mardi Gras without stopping in the New Orleans booth, which is always across from Mel's Drive-In. We're back to the show. That's exactly where that shows you where that booth is. And that is the marquee booth. That will probably be in the same place next year. And the lanyards will be available. They've been available for a few years. That is, to me, the epic, because we got there, we had 2 shrimp and crawfish boils, beignets, and they have a king a king cake punch or milk drink. It's awesome. They're all awesome. That is the best booth here. But we have more to check out. So we are at Mardi Gras Universal Studios, checking it out for the first time. I'm now a pass holder here, and I'll be coming here more often, doing more feeds from here more often. Now that I got this cool software, I can show you guys videos I did before. Found a cool section of the park with this great background. Oh, we had this tall guy in stilts right here before, but he had to go. He couldn't hang out when the video was playing. I am going to play you one more video from the activities here to show you how the staff here get into it, the actual characters get into it. And I'm staring right across from a booth that is going to be in the video where they actually throw beads from. And we're now decked out in beads. We earned them. Woohoo! Because it is Mardi Gras. Festival's supposed to end March 28th. They extended it once, I think, till like mid-April. They extended it again till till end of April. Then they extended it again to now, today, March 3rd. And now they're on to their summer traffic. Mostly because the park attendance here was getting bigger and bigger. It was so popular. And because of COVID, things were different, and Disney extended their festivals, and what's good for you is good for me, and they kept extending it. So I'm glad it is, and this is my one chance to go and take advantage of it, and that's why I'm here. The next video is going to be right here from where we are when the Scooby-Doo group was out. And check this out, the Scooby-Doo, they were all decked out in Mardi Gras garb, and including Daphne and Shaggy and Scooby and the whole bunch. Check them out right now. More Mardi Gras here at Universal Studios. Last day of the festival this year, 2021. Right by the E.T. ride, near the Simpsons land. We're in the Scooby-Doo village. Just want to show you guys that Scooby-Doo and the clan are decked out in Mardi Gras garb. The Daphne, the Shaggy, Scooby. And their van is nearby. We're also by the Canada and Belgian booths. And if you like Belgian waffles, this is the place to be. They got beads! Woohoo! I love Daphne's beads. That's awesome. Here's the famous van. Go ahead. The Mystery Machine. Pardon me, guys. So they hide these booths all over the place. No map or paper given out. They're on the Universal app. You just find them as you walk around. Great booth if you like Belgian beer. And if you like waffles. Look at that. These are the Lindeman's Lambic and St. Bernard's. It's awesome. And across the way is Canada. We'll show you their booth real quick. Ho, 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 ho. That'll be our next stop. Give you a full report right now. So that's exactly where we're right now. We're basically, the video end is where I'm sitting. And they give a little bit, the reason I took the video then was because I am right across from the Scooby area, and they only come out at certain times. And I love the garb and Daphne. How about Daphne's necklace? That was incredible. Appreciate you guys chiming in. Appreciate it. On today, Michelle Cooper, one of my Disney diehards, is on, also Universal girl. And of course, she says, welcome. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. And she says, Cuban sandwich. We're going there next. We're going to Cuba next. We haven't hit Harry Potter yet on purpose. I found a spot I liked here, Michelle. So I stuck here for a while and got everything set up, got all the videos uploaded. A little bit of work was in the show, a lot of work was in the show, and it worked out pretty well today, so thank you. And of course she says, the schnitzel in Germany. That is going to be our dinner tonight. We have a few more allotments left in our lanyards. I think about 7 each left, and we will take full advantage of those before it closes down. They stop serving food at 7:30, 8 o'clock park closure. And that transitions into how these parks compare. So Michelle, if you're still on, please comment how you believe this festival compares to Flower and Garden. I will say that they're two different products. They're very different. Disney runs their Epcot hours very late on weekends. It was 10 o'clock both my weekends. And that just gives you time. Like last night, we spent just 2 hours going from Mexico to over around to UK and hanging out with people I know that work at each place and really getting involved. Where here I'm like bouncing around real quick because I have after this show I really got a small amount of time, 2 hours to catch up on all these booths. So I like the later park hours at Epcot. I like the lanyard package here. Disney had that years ago, and I don't know where it went. I can't remember pre-COVID or not pre-COVID if it was around, but hope they bring that back. And I don't know if it was like unlimited. This one here, the value, where you actually have to think about it. It's a little bit of work, which is fine. Because, you know, the one item could be $13 or it could be $5. And we actually spent money on some drinks, but all more expensive drinks. We've been very smart about it. I saw France, they wanted $7 for a 3-ounce wine. I said, see ya. No, thank you. I mean, I'll pay cash for that, but not for lanyard items. So it's a little different system. We have the lanyard package. I mean, I do like the system here, the Express Pass Unlimited when you stay on site at a deluxe resort. I'm staying at Portofino Bay, which I highly recommend. Hard Rock, Royal Pacific are all deluxe resorts. We are pass holders, so we get after 4 Express Pass, 1 per. And I didn't have to worry about getting the park today. I didn't need a theme park pass. I could just walk to the park because they concluded me in the park with my reservation of being an on-site hotel guest. Disney has lost their way when it comes to that. They're the most important guests at Disney, and they want them to get theme park passes, which makes no sense to me. Yeah, they want to cater to local pass holders. I get it. But Disney, include all your hotel guests in the park attendants already, like these guys are doing. So, again, this is all going away in a few months, ideally when COVID really kind of calms down with vaccines. But those are the 2 big things I'm different was. I wasn't in a rush to come here today. Lanyard package is nice. And I will say Disney, I have more food items I want to see at the booths, where here it was like, okay, And again, there's a lot less booths overall. There's maybe 12 booths, and Disney has 15, but Disney has the country stuff too. So a lot more food options that are more cultural. To me, there's no comparison. There's 2 different products, and there's no one better than the other. It's just up to you to decide on what's best for you. And I recommend checking out both when they're back next year. Flower and Garden goes on until July 5th with a 10-day break. And then there's the full Epcot Food and Wine Festival coming July 15th until whenever they decide to end it, November 22nd, I think. The never-ending Epcot Festival we always predicted are here. And Michelle has a comment. She says, cool. And okay, I agree. Sorry, Michelle, it's hard to read your comment. I agree. Disney's more generous. Okay, more generous. And both will be good. I actually, so we're on the same page. And Michelle and I agree on a lot of things when it comes to Disney Universal. We are both people that do both parks when we come here. I started in January. I've been to Universal before. I came here for a full immersive fam trip in 2015. I just own a vacation club and stay for free, and Disney takes up all my time when I'm there. And this trip, I actually made a point to come here, and I'm going to do that more often. I'm not a pass holder. I do like what they have to offer here with the rides and everything. 2 different products, 2 different systems, and keep that in mind. But this is great. I recommend Mardi Gras to anybody, especially if you're in New Orleans seafood or New Orleans food, and especially if you got Michelle's vote of approval. Thank you, Michelle. And especially if you like something different, if you've been to Universal before, this is a really good product. This is something that you want to experience because all of a sudden you walk through Universal and out of nowhere, there's boom, a booth here, a booth there, a booth there. It's really cool, and they did a good job with it. Mardi Gras bands in the streets, and then back next year they're going to have the floats back coming through the streets. When I was here in 2015, they kind of was a kind of a thing. Okay, Mardi Gras, Mardi Gras. Now it's a real full-blown festival, and I'm glad. They're probably going to extend again next year, maybe into April again. So we shall see. When the dates are announced, I'll post it to my Facebook pages, Disney, and so on and so forth. Appreciate you guys being on today. It's a half hour. I'm going to wrap it up because I only got 2 hours left in my lanyard time. We've been on Mardi Gras in Universal Studios. I gave you the comparison to Epcot, and I showed you some videos that we've done here. Skip Shear, the Mardi Gras Master, and Michelle Cooper, the Mardi Gras Masters, came on, one via comments, one via live appearance. If you just joined on, check out Skip's comments because he really knows Universal better than I do. He taught me a lot about Universal. Check that out, begin the show when this goes into recording. Follow my fantastic endeavors pages, Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to that channel, really helps me out. Like the videos when you watch them because all my shows that I put out every Sunday are on that. And if you're a Disney fan watching this, Dave's Disney Facebook, Dave's Disney Community Join that group. I know I'm playing right now on Dave's Disney because it's a Disney product too. Close to Disney. And join that community if you want to be involved. We have now over 400 members. Woohoo! And join that group if you want to be involved with some other Disney diehards like Michelle and myself and Skip Share. Michelle keeps commenting. I agree. But this is the last day, so I got to do it, Michelle. Woohoo! Appreciate you guys being on. Next Sunday, we'll be back in the home studio talking about a very important Keys experience that you're going to want to know more about. And we look forward to seeing you guys then. As always, like and share this where you find it, and follow myself on social media, Fantastic Endeavors, and David W. Hartman and Dave's Disney. And we'll see you guys next week.